concerned, here lies the subject matter of the topic macroeconomics. Meaning and definition, scope and subject matter of macroeconomics, features or characteristics of macroeconomics, importance of macroeconomics, comparison between macro and macroeconomics. The next slide describes the meaning and definition of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is concerned with the study of aggregate supply, aggregate demand, aggregate consumption and saving, total investment, etc. Hence, macroeconomics is the study of aggregates covering the entire economy. According to Professor J.L. Henson, macroeconomics is this branch of economics which considers the relationship between large aggregates such as total volume of employment, total amount of savings, investments, national income, etc. Next slide describes the scope of macroeconomics. While understanding the scope of macroeconomics, it becomes essentially very important for us to understand that it comprises of four important aspects: theory of income and employment, theory of general price level and inflation, theory of growth and development, macro theory of distribution. First, theory of growth, theory of income and employment is concerned. Macroeconomic analysis explains what determines the level of national income and employment and what causes fluctuations in the level of income, output and employment. Theory of general price level explains the very important aspect. Macroeconomic analysis shows how the general price level of prices is determined. The study of general prices is significance of accounts of the problems created by inflation and depression. Theory of growth and development describes one of the very important aspects where the problems are studied of full utilization of resources and found to be in the process of increasing productive capacity in the process of development. Next is macro theory of distribution. Macro theory of distribution is very important, which studies what determines the relative shares of the total national income of the various classes, especially the workers and the capitalists. Okay. Here the ideas of the Ricardo and Karl Marx propounded theories explains the determination of relative shares of various social classes in the total national income, etc. Next slide describes features of macroeconomics. Here we have study of aggregates. When we are seeing the topic study of aggregate, it means that the macroeconomic deals with the aggregates as a whole. Income theory, here it deals with the theory of income and employment. General equilibrium analysis, here it describes everything depends of everything else. This is the approach which is assumed in this particular aspect. While understanding the topic of interdependence, macroeconomic analysis takes into account interdependence between aggregate economic variables such as income, output, employment, investment, price level, etc. While understanding the topic lumping method, it deals with the macro variables such as aggregate demand, aggregate supply, national output, etc. Growth model. Growth model wherein deals with the various theories that are taken into consideration for the development of the economy. General price level studies the prices during the various business cycle phases such as inflation, depression, etc. Policy oriented is one of the very important aspects where the various policies are framed for the betterment of the nation. Macroeconomics, according to Keynes, is the policy-oriented science. Macroeconomics analysis helps in formulating suitable economic policies to promote economic growth, to generate employment, to control inflation, to pull the economy out of depression, etc. Next slide describes the comparison between micro and macroeconomics. Here, point number 1 is as macroeconomics studies the behavior of individual unit of an economy. Macroeconomics studies the behavior of aggregates of the economy as a whole. So here lies the meaning of micro and macroeconomics. The next slide describes important tools used in the study of micro and macroeconomics. Here we make use of individual demand and individual supply. In in micro. In macro, we make use of aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Third point is scope. While understanding the scope of micro and macroeconomics, it becomes very important to understand these points. Scope of microeconomics deals with demand, supply, product pricing, factor pricing, production, consumption, economic welfare, etc. While understanding the scope of macroeconomics, it becomes essentially very important to understand national income, general price level, employment, money, etc. Point number 4 shows the importance of micro and macroeconomics, wherein in microeconomics we study price determination, model building, business decisions, etc. Whereas in macroeconomics we study economic fluctuation, study of national income, economic development. Point number 5 is theory. While understanding the topic of theory, price theory and income theories are taken into consideration in micro and macroeconomics respectively.